Welcome and thank you for being in the gallery today. Today is going to be a really nice experience as we review the painting Fulfillment. It represents the baptism of Jesus Christ in the River Jordan by John the Baptist, his faithful cousin. And I look forward to really sharing this awesome experience with you. Thank you so very much. So this gentle voice came through to me and said, Timothy, do a workshop at the end of each of your videos in this series. So I decided to be obedient, and so just before the end of our video today, we'll be doing a workshop. We'll start with watercolors and some of the techniques that I use to create wonderful watercolors. Stay tuned. And lo, the heavens were opened, and he saw the Spirit of God descending like a dove and lighting upon him. Take a closer look now at the back of the heads. You see the red area there? That represents the blood. And if you look closer and deeper, you would see Jesus' experience on the cross. And if you kind of like change your level of focus, coming more towards the front of the painting, between the figures, you would see the hands outstretched, hands of the church outstretched, giving God praise and worship and glorifying God. That's the magic of transparent watercolors, my favorite medium. It's the medium of light and also the medium of the spirits. It took me about 10 years to complete Fulfillment. Not that I was sitting there just watching it for 10 years and working on it, but I had to be in the right spirit, in the right frame of mind to sit, with it while I'm doing other things in my life. Every now and then I would sit for a few minutes and, spend some time, but it took about 10 years to complete. Thank you, beloved, for these thy gifts. And thank you, viewers, for your precious time. It's a joy exploring my paintings with you, because I'll be honest, I'm finding out things that I didn't know before, or didn't recognize before, or didn't discover before. But it's a joy, and I thank you for your precious time, and look forward to seeing you in my next video. Love you. Have a great day. God bless. Here we are in our first workshop. I think a good place to start is at the beginning. And today we will talk about materials. The materials that I choose for producing really nice watercolor paintings. Okay, so we're going to start with, I think the first thing we should start with the pencil, because we're going to be doing drawing. We need to get good pencils, eraser, and probably a good sharpener so you can keep your groove going when your point get a little dull. And we're going to have little containers here, little pots for or wells for your paint when you squeeze out your watercolors. You can choose the brand you want, but I prefer to use Grambaka Academy. The paper I use is Arches, and just going to show you a sample of what we will be getting into. We have to do a lot of drawing, so that's why I like to have good pencils and good paper to work with. I prefer to use the watercolor blocks. All the pages come lined together, and when you finish a painting, you just take it off and you go to the next page. The paper comes in different sizes and weight, texture. I use medium, rough, cold press, and my favorite size is 12 by 16. Also, I use 3 containers of water so that I can keep my brushes clean, because I work directly from the tube. I don't have time when I'm into a lot of painting. I don't have time to keep closing and opening the tubes so they get dry, and so I just cut the side. So I work directly from the tube. Brushes, of course, we'll get around to what size brushes you want to use. It's always good to have a variety of brushes, soft brushes, watercolor brushes you'll get at the art shop. I like a little fan brush, a little bamboo brush in between, you know, to have, you never know what you will need as you go along in the sizes of brushes and so on in that category. So yeah, I use 3 containers so that my brushes would always be clean. And what we have here, we have a little tissue. Keep a little bit of tissue in case you make a little blunder, too much watercolor, too much water. You might want to sop it up very quick with a little tissue. And these are the essential tools. You don't need an easel because watercolor, you know, water always we are finding its level. So we will be working flat on the table. So you could have control of the water. Because remember, in watercolor paintings, what I always let you know is you're working with water. It's water you're working with. You're just adding color to the water. So it's a very unpredictable medium, so you have to have it under control by working flat. Okay, so I guess this is it for our first session. Getting in touch with the materials. And so if you enjoyed the session and you want to go further, you're going to be doing excellent stuff. You would probably want to share and subscribe, let your friends know about these workshops after each one of my video in the series reviewing my paintings. Blessings, peace, love, happiness.